How to recoat a coated car.
Hi, I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
And this is DIY Detail. Today, the Subaru has a coating that's expired. It was a 3-year coating applied 4 years ago. It needs a refresh. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna refresh the coating by first deep cleaning, polishing, and applying a new coating.
If you too are a detailer out there, you know that water beads look like a vehicle is coated, but we really don't know visually if a car is coated or not.
Right.
We can measure water behavior, we can hear the owner tell us it's been coated years ago, but how do you really know? And that's what this is all about. If you know the coating or you don't, here's the process you would take to get it ready for a recoat.
Exactly. And we're gonna start by washing it. So, incredible suds in our foam cannon. Nick, would you like to foam the wheels for me, sir?
Always.
They're looking a little grungy.
What are we doing and why?
So we have all clean diluted 15:1. It's gonna help clean the wheels and the tires.
If this is their first time here, Ivan, what is All Clean?
All Clean is our all-purpose cleaner. To us, it's a wheel cleaner, a tire cleaner, a bug remover, and all sorts of other things. It is really an all-purpose cleaner.
It also comes ready to use at 15:1 dilution in a spray bottle, Ivan. But foaming does a phenomenal job with this product. It almost unleashes its truest, highest potential.
And speaking of foaming,
Ivan, it looks like you mixed up the foam cannon today.
actually Sylvie did.
Oh, moderation.
Yeah, she went a little lighter than she normally does, but no problem at all. The pre-foam, as we've done, is here to clean the surface, to get that grit off the surface. So we're letting it dwell for a few minutes, and then we will rinse it off. But we can see it's pulling the dirt down, and if you look at the wheels, we have this characteristic browning on the wheels. Again, that's the All Clean doing its job there. It is cleaning the tires without us having to scrub them. Yes, we're gonna scrub them, but this just does a phenomenal job.
You ready to rinse?
I'm ready to rinse.
In this shop, if we don't keep up on the squeegeeing, electronics get fried, pools appear in the garage where they don't belong. It's a very important role. So Ivan, if I'm a little distracted, it's because I'm working on behalf of the team, squeegeeing away. We do the foam rinse foam method here at DIY Detail, so this is almost complete, but we're gonna foam on one more time before our contact wash, and that just ensures that our wash mitt, when it hits the paint, is going to be as safe as possible, because there's always scratch risk anytime you have wash media and paint, and we're trying to remove as much of that risk as possible. But agitation is an incredibly important part of the wash process, because we're gonna go after what's left, which is this traffic film. So you never wanna do a no-touch wash before ceramic coating. Like, we need the step of agitation. We're gonna have a lot of steps of agitation, but this is the first one.
Right, and this is an integral part of any wash, never mind a pre-coating or post-coating or however you want to look at it.
Well, there's a lot of talk about the no-touch washes out there, and some claim that it works fine, and I don't want to talk about their products, but a no-touch wash is for special situations in my mind.
Yeah, very special, and like Nick said, you need a very harsh chemical to do it. Not always the best for your paint. Now, on this, we can see these marks here that probably a little 2-year-old did, but we can see the traffic film. There's no more grit. If I feel this, it's not gritty at all. But that traffic film is there, and just a light touch with my glove, and don't worry, we'll be polishing this, but a light touch with my glove, you can see it disturbed that traffic film that's there.
Yep.
So the Incredible Suds has broken it down, getting it ready. Now, we're sudsing again.
So this is an actual illustration of traffic film, which you speak so often of.
Right.
It's literally the film that comes off when you agitate.
Right, and there's no, when we feel it, there's no grit left behind. There's just that traffic film. Time to foam again, and Nick, I know what happened with the last foam.
What happened?
I forgot to do this.
That's a rookie mistake.
Yeah. Incredible Suds is not mixed properly, sometimes it doesn't foam the way it should. While the Incredible Suds continues to dwell, we're not in a rush to do the contact wash. We'll clean the wheels, get them sorted, and out of the way. Our wheel and body brush, a fan favorite, and one of ours as well, for cleaning the wheels, but also different things on the body. You can actually use this on the paint without inflicting any scratching, because your wheels are paint as well. If you wouldn't use a brush on your paint, you shouldn't be using that same brush on your wheels. And that's why our barrel brush, we have this beautiful Tampico brush. Yes, it looks old school, it looks simple, but it works. Now, Nick, you're a Subaru aficionado.
Something like that.
Yeah. This is actually a special edition. It's an Onyx edition.
It's got some green stitching inside.
Green stitching. It's got these not black, but not gray wheels. They're sort of a nice, nice deep charcoal color. If you're a Subaru fan, what's your favorite Subaru model?
The WRX is a fun car, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Safety is sexy is what I always like to say when it comes to Subarus. But no, the WRX is a fun car. I believe the owner of this vehicle had a WRX at one point, but then became a family man and wanted the size and safety of a different model. I don't know a whole lot about it, but he said he had a WRX once.
Right.
All right. Wheels are nice and clean. Or agitated at least.
Now, the Outback bears a question. Is it an SUV or a station wagon? Aha. What do you think?
Do people even know what station wagons are anymore, Ivan?
Well, it depends. If you're in the UK, it's an estate. But for us here in North America, we've called them station wagons for a long time. I grew up in the back seat of a station wagon.
Everything's an SUV now, it seems.
Yeah.
So any way for you to tell if this vehicle has been coated or not based on the water behavior you saw just during the foam rinse foam?
During the foam rinse foam, no, but we had such a thick accumulation of traffic film that it's very difficult to make a determination here.
Yeah, here in Omaha, you're gonna get a lot of contention with whatever's on your paint in terms of environmental minerals. You've got road salt, you have winters here. It's sometimes hard to know until we've washed it and decontaminated it what the paint is really like underneath.
Right, and the owner of this Subaru actually sacrificed himself, so thank you very much. Knowing we were coming to Omaha, he purposely did not wash his car for a month.
It's kind of the opposite. A lot of people will wash their car first, like brushing your teeth before the dentist. They're a little embarrassed. Oh wow, this is cutting through the traffic film, Ivan.
That's what it's supposed to do.
We talk a lot about traffic film here at DIY Detail. Grit comes off with the first initial rinse, so we foam on our soap, then we rinse, then we foam again. What's left is traffic film. Now I want to show you why agitation is so important after the foam rinse foam. When you agitate with your wash mitt, that traffic film, kind of that oily, greasy layer that's left behind, there's no grit there. There's no grit, but it needs agitation. That is the traffic film, and that is how easily it's removed and safely removed when you use the foam rinse foam method before contacting your vehicle's paint. Ivan, a wise man once said they saved the front bumper until the end with their contact wash. Do you remember what they said and why?
Because if you have insect remains, the longer you let it soak with the insects, the soap, etc., the easier it will be to clean off. We ready to rinse?
And if you get insects on your mitt, you're not driving them back into the paint later.
Exactly.
Potentially on accident. Ivan, it's about that time to rinse, isn't it?
Not yet. We still have one more step, sir, before rinsing.
Are you sure it's one? I think it might be two.
Well, we have one step before rinsing, but actually we have two combined into one.
Okay.
Decontamination. We're using iron remover combined with our perforated synthetic decontamination towel to easily remove any embedded contamination on the vehicle, and rust spots, should there be any. And white cars generally do have them.
So can I cheat this process? Can I skimp on it? How important is, using this decontamination towel?
Very important. And the other thing that it does for us, we are going to be recoating this vehicle, meaning we're going to be polishing it. Therefore, we want the most pristine, newest surface we can before doing that. One spray on the panel, one on the towel, we meet them up, and off we go.
Now you can actually see the orange spots on the paint, Ivan.
Yes.
I would advise folks to have lots of patience as they work their towel with adequate lubrication over those spots.
Yeah, don't be in a rush. And just make sure that you're getting it. Now, if you do have rust spots, and you'll see them on a white car, do a first pass or two with the towel, then let it sit. Let the iron remover do its job, and then come back and finish it up.
Why does that work?
Science. No. It works because we're removing the metal first. So that little piece of metal that we don't see, it's so small, but it's there. We're removing it with the decontamination towel. Then, after that, the iron remover just has to work on the stain. It doesn't need to work on the actual piece of metal itself.
You're gonna see this and feel it, Ivan, but this roof is pretty rough.
Yeah.
What is it about Subarus and people actually driving them and getting them dirty and all that good stuff?
They're known for their utility. So they're a utilitarian vehicle.
Yep.
Like you said, other than a certain few models, they're not known to be the sexiest cars on the road. They're not known to be the fastest, but they are known to be safe. They are known to be practical. And those are two good qualities to have in a car.
Absolutely. Yeah, the hood just really smoothed out. Just took a number of passes, lots of patience, and no pressure whatsoever. You don't want to be digging into this towel. We folded in force for a reason, right, Ivan?
Yep, to reduce possible pressure points. After a couple sections, soak your towel in your wash bucket. Get a little more lubrication on it, and also to clean off the towel.
People may have heard of clay bars, and the difference is there's actually no clay in these perforated synthetic decontamination towels.
No.
Iron remover is a phenomenal lubricant for these.
Yep.
But I would not use another brand's iron remover with our decontamination towel, Ivan. We haven't tested them all. Some might offer adequate lubrication, but we always tell folks, kind of at your own risk.
Yeah, we've designed it specifically for this. So
ideally, these products are used as a system, right?
Yes.
Not because we're trying to sell you more stuff, but because it actually works. And we have hundreds of long-form videos on YouTube to prove it, thousands of detailers who are using these products as well. So if you're curious and you want to know more and you want to ask more questions and you still have your doubts, go to the DIY Detail Facebook page. It's linked in the description below.
Yep.
It's free to join. There's more than 50,000 members. There's no such thing as a stupid question, so ask away if you're still curious. Decon to the glass. Never want to forget that. Of course, the windshield's great because there might be some bug guts on here.
Now this vehicle has a partial paint protection film on the hood. And yes, you can decontaminate your paint protection film. You can decontaminate the headlights, the plastic, everything needs it. So even the textured plastic gets a quick little pass to make sure that it's clean. Are you done with the little ladder there, Nick?
I am, yep.
On the back of the vehicle, you can see here, even though we've gone over it with the decontamination towel, it's still bleeding. That means there's a lot of iron contamination back here. So I'll go over it a second time with the decontamination towel. Oh, and picked up a leaf. There we go. So one spray on the towel, one spray on the panel. Because of aerodynamics, the way vehicles are built, designed, the back of the vehicle is always going to pick up a little more contamination. And I don't feel the contamination in the towel, but what we're getting is those little rust stains. And those rust stains are prevalent back here. So by going over it a second time with the towel, we're just agitating them a little more, getting more of them out. Now, when we're done all of this, you still see the odd little rust spot. Not a big deal. We'll be polishing the whole vehicle to rejuvenate the coating, and in doing so, it will remove any little remaining rust stains that are there. Now the traffic film is gone, the contamination is gone, and the water's not exactly beating. So the owner's assessment that their 3-year coating has failed after 4 years or has expired is correct. The next step in the decontamination process is our friend water spot remover. Now, water spot remover, a lot of people don't see this as essential. We do. And we call it water spot remover, but probably a more appropriate term would be a mineral cleanse. We're removing the minerals that have accumulated on the surface that are not removed by claying or the mechanical decontamination. They're not removed by washing, and they're definitely not removed by the iron remover. If there are any possibilities that this previous coating is still there, and there are areas where it looks like it is, a good mineral cleanse will revive it. Not because it's adding anything, but because it's taking away those nasty little minerals that we don't see, we don't feel, but we know they're there. To do an even better job with the mineral cleanse, we take a damp microfiber. We've damped it in our wash mitt, whether you're using rinseless or Incredible Suds. Then we agitate it. Now, we need to resist the urge of flipping the towel. It's a common thing that we do in detailing, flipping the towel, but this is one area where we don't want to do that, because we're spreading the water spot remover, agitating it lightly. We know the surface is clean because we've washed it, we've decontaminated it, we've rinsed it 2 times.
What if we missed a spot?
If we missed a spot, then unfortunately, you might be damaging the vehicle.
So if you see that you missed a spot,
Wash it.
and then you use your rag on accident, flip the side. But do what Ivan said, wash it first.
Be thorough with your washing. Don't miss anywhere. Want to make sure that we get in everywhere with this. Behind door handles, around the emblems. Everywhere minerals can be, so should you. And by using a towel to agitate it and spread it, we use less product. You don't have to spray as much on the vehicle. When we're done with this towel, we do not put it back in our wash bucket because it's slightly acidic. So we don't want to contaminate the rest of the towel because our perforated synthetic decontamination towel is in there. And you don't want the decontamination towel and water spot remover together. So we have brought back some of the beading on the vehicle, but it could be better. And it will be when we're done. Much, much better than when we started. Now we know the paint is clean. It's ready to be polished, and then applying the ceramic coating.
The behavior here looks okay.
Yeah,
Not phenomenal, but I think it's ready for a recoat. The final rinse. Now we're drying.
Drying blanket doing admirable work as it always does.
No drying aid here, Ivan.
No drying aid because we are going to be polishing and recoating. So we don't want to leave anything on the surface.
How much should we be worried about every little drip coming out of every little crevice at this point?
Not a big concern because as we're polishing, the vibration by the polisher will help in driving that excess liquid out.
Should you be concerned if you get a little liquid on your pad as you're polishing and all of a sudden your polishing section gets a little wetter?
No, there shouldn't be that much liquid coming out. There will be the odd little drop, but not a big deal. If you have compressed air or a blower, by all means, use them.
After the towel dry?
Yes.
Why not before?
When you're just blow drying, you're leaving moisture on the surface. And yes, it appears dry to you, and it is dry. But some of that moisture, some of those beads didn't just fly off, some of them got evaporated. And here in Omaha, we have relatively high TDS, so our total dissolved solids in the water, meaning if we were to blow dry this without towel drying, we would be leaving minerals that we just tried to remove back on the surface. Nick, we've washed. We've decontaminated mechanically and chemically. We've dried. It's ready for polishing. Then it'll be ready for ceramic coating. But I think people might be ready for this video right here.
I think I'm ready for Ivan to squeegee a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been doing this a lot lately. If you want to see that, put it in the comments below. In the meantime, yeah, this is the video for you. Check it out.